Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back. My name is Annette, and I am here at the Black Girls Locker Room where we practice solidarity. And if you look, I think it's to the left, you'll see the solidarity banner. We can't pull it in because we have other guests on tonight. And the guests we have on are very special, and I'm excited about it. But I want you to know that I am here at the Black Girls Locker Room. We're at Word on the Curve. We're live on my page, Annette Latigue, and we're also live at What Trenton Really Makes. And then I want you to go to YouTube because we're live there too at Word on the Curve. I want you to hit the like, subscribe, and share button and ring the bell. That's right. This is one of those times we want you to put all of our business in the street about the healing streams. The other thing is, I want to remind you to hydrate. Drink water, juice, coffee, or tea. It all has water in it.
Drink
Eat
water.
fruit. Moisturize your feet, hands, and face and mind your business. Let's go, ladies. I'd like to welcome tonight Audrey Walker and Anita Broach. They are here tonight to tell you a little bit about what they do, why they do it, and how they do it, and the things that they want you to remember after this podcast. So, Anita, I'm going to start with you. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Anita Broach, and I reside in Hamilton, New Jersey. And at the end of this month, I will be a 22-year cancer survivor. To
Survivor
God
with
be the glory.
Yes, yes. Audrey, you want to tell us a little bit about you?
Well, I'm Audrey Walker. I am a 19-year breast cancer survivor. And Anita and I are the co-founders of an organization which is called the Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness Organization. We founded this organization 21 years ago. And the organization is very special to us. Having been survivors, we found a lot of things that were not happening during our diagnosis. And we thought that those things we could bring to our community, to our world, to our listeners. The Healing Stream, we are an organization that helps women to walk through breast cancer. We are an organization that brings awareness to our community through breast cancer walks, we host breast cancer teas, and we also will go to different community activities, and we will have we'll give out brochures. Cancer. We also, what makes our organization so special to us is that we supply people with intimate needs. When you go through breast cancer, there are some small things that you just really don't think about that people require. When they're given that diagnosis, it's like, oh, breast cancer. It's like one of the worst things you might want to hear. And things that we found out is, okay, when you go, you actually should have somebody with you. That's something that you think is small, but a lot of times having someone there with you, you have other listening ears, and you just have someone to comfort and encourage you. We also found that a lot of younger people at the time, like I was 47 years old when I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Wow.
There are women who are younger than that.
Much
I
younger.
think the youngest that I have encouraged and spoken into their life, she was 28 years old, and she lost her battle to breast cancer. So the Healing Stream, just our organization, we give college scholarships to children or even that person who might be in college, and we give them scholarships. We give out 3 scholarships per year for $1,000 for each person in that household. We will buy food for you. We will give you credit cards to go and get your meals. We'll order, what is it, DoorDash and those kinds of things to come to your home. We actually, we ourselves at one point were saying we would come and clean your homes. But then when we went to organizations, telling them, cleaning organizations, telling them what we were doing, they would just say, oh no. And they just kind of sent people to people's homes to clean their homes. You can't cut your grass. It's just so many little things you don't think of that are really big things to people who are going through breast cancer. And that's what the Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness Organization does. We
And
fill in those little blanks that
and
you
let
would.
me add, to that, while visiting others in the community, we find that we're helping the caregivers. That's a very, very important part, that maybe the spouse, or the uncle,
Yeah.
and in some cases maybe an aunt, because men get breast cancer too, although the numbers are small. I don't want to get ahead of you, Miss Annette, but yes, we found that the caregivers,
Yeah.
the caretakers,
Mm-hmm.
appreciate the help, and we see the needs, just by being there, just by witnessing. So we try to alleviate their load. And when you mentioned there are people that's younger, I was diagnosed at 34 years old. After I had my follow-up visit, after I had my pregnancy, for my second son, that's when they found the lump. So we were inspired to help people and reach out to people. So we got together and thought, what are some ways that we can help? And there's so many different ways, but the most important thing is that the people in the community have to see you. When you make face-to-face contact with people that you know or don't know, but when they see you, it makes a world of difference.
That's right.
So I'm gonna stop there.
So, I think what's important, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's every October, right? But
Yes.
every month is a good month to get a mammogram.
That's right.
Every month.
That's
So
right.
this organization is not only special to me because I am aware and familiar with my sister-in-law and a
Yeah.
longtime friend, Anita, but because I too am a breast cancer survivor.
Yay.
I am only
Yay.
August 2 months in to my survival. When I was diagnosed, what made the difference was my family and friends,
Mhm.
because totally unexpected. And this is important and it relates to everything you guys do and why it's so special and important for us to be here tonight. I had no idea. My first question was, my goodness, where did it come from? How did this happen?
Mhm.
The
Exactly.
doctor didn't find it in regular exams. I didn't find it in my regular exams. It wasn't
Mhm.
visible after 3 attempts of
Mhm.
seeing something they weren't comfortable
Mhm.
with. They found it.
Mhm.
So I just want to add, as you guys continue to speak about what you do, I want to share two things, and then this is your podcast tonight. Get a mammogram. It matters. Mammograms matter.
Yes,
Mhm.
they do.
Encourage a friend. Take a friend. Make it a day event. Make it a sister event. Sisterhood is medicine. It's healing. Make it an
Mhm.
event where you go and get your mammograms together, or
Excuse me.
schedule them on the same day to ensure that your sister friend or your sister goes and gets hers. The other thing is, my sister-in-law, Audrey, was extremely helpful. She went to with me to my visit,
Oh, wow.
right?
Mhm.
And she was there. And I can tell you that offering that service to folks alone makes a big difference.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then I don't know what happened, but when I started radiation, I only wanted watermelon. I only wanted fruit.
Mhm.
And she
Mhm.
would call and say, "So what do you need?" And I would say, "Watermelon." That's
Hmm.
what worked for me. And she provided that. And
Mhm.
it was the outreach that mattered.
Mhm.
It is through this ministry that they have, Healing Streams,
Hmm. Hmm.
that
Hmm.
provided for me. and made me comfortable. And then I had an entire village behind me. My brother, my brother-in-laws, my sister-in-laws, my, friends. It made a big difference. So Audrey and Healing Streams, I just want to thank you for helping to make my diagnosis and treatment a lot easier for me. I am a strategic uh, thinker, and I wanted to figure out, which is impossible, so that you know how this happened.
Mhm.
I wanted to
Right?
try to trace it back. It happened.
Ooh,
Get a
it
man.
does.
So I admire this group because although they think globally in terms of research and providing help, they keep it local. So let's talk about that local piece a little bit more. Tell them.
Well, Annette is my sister-in-law, and I would have done those things for her regardless. But that is something that the Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness do for anyone who calls or asks or needs. And if the need is larger than what we can fill, then we will certainly try to figure out where we can send you in order to do what it is that you require. Um, Annette said something about mammograms. Mammograms are very important. Before a mammogram, self uh we call it
Exam.
self
Nice.
checks, self exams are very important. And what I will say to all women is that you really should check yourselves. You really should know right from the beginning what your breasts look like. Get in a mirror, hold your shoulders back, and just see this is what my normal is. So
Mhm.
that when you see something abnormal, you immediately go and figure out what is going on. Because if you don't do that, there was I think she was 34-year-old. She lost her life to breast cancer, having gone to, she saw the difference. She went, the doctor said because of her age, that it was nothing, don't worry about it, she'll be fine. Uh, and she actually was having like a secretion from her breast, and he told her,
Mm.
really? And then so she, didn't think about it, but it started getting a little worse. She went to another doctor. They diagnosed her. By that time, it had metastasized, meaning that it had moved through her body and attached itself to some major organs. So,
Mm.
and she lost her life. Had
Mhm.
she been diagnosed correctly in the first place, she probably could be living today. So that's something, I mean, the more that I'm in this organization, the more people that I am seeing with breast cancer, I
Mm,
just feel like I have to scream it out because our people really need to hear what I'm saying and listen to what I'm saying and follow through and do what is right for you, because actually you can be the cure for yourself. And
Mhm.
cancer, they have not found a cure. Okay, they have found a lot of research. They have been able to cut it out, and I've lived 19 years behind. I mean, after the surgery and things like that. But I just haven't heard anybody say there's a cure for cancer. But I believe
Mhm.
that prevention, checking yourself,
yeah.
mammogram, and one
Mhm.
thing about African American women, a lot of African American women have dense breast tissues, and
Mhm.
I've learned that science is saying that if you have those dense breast tissues, that not only should you get a mammogram, but you should request a ultrasound, because with the dense breast tissues, a mammogram, sometime even the what's that other mammogram, like
Diagnostic.
like the move, yeah, diagnostic.
I'm not.
Sometimes that
Mhm.
don't even pick it up.
Mhm.
So African American women, another statistic is 40% of us die as related to when it comes to Black and white women. 40%
Mhm.
more of us die. And a
Mhm.
lot of that is because we need to know about our bodies and what it is that we require so that we can live. And
You know,
that's something that I just recently learned actually about
mhm.
breast tissues, and that you should ask for an ultrasound.
And
So,
I'm glad you spoke about the breast because there's so many different types of
Mhm.
breast types. And women who are fibrocystic, I've just asked the doctor about it because I have fibrocystic breast. So how would you determine one lump from the other? And that is difficult. Um, so the best thing to do is to go in and get that mammogram because they can tell the difference. Unless you're one that really, you're feeling a lump that's different from the other cyst, the fibrous cyst in your breast, then you can tell. I had a young lady just called me a couple days ago who wants me to navigate her to what to do because she wants to know whether or not it's fibrocystic or is that a lump. So I'm in the progress of helping her. And this journey is teaching me more.
Yeah.
Because you go through it doesn't mean that you know everything. I'm
no,
still learning so much, and this walk is helping me to help others and to learn more. And the other thing that you had mentioned was how important it is to be local in the community. You
Yes.
said it earlier. It helps to ease some of the nerve, the
Right.
fear,
That's right.
the unknown, and just to
Mhm.
have somebody to go there with you, if you have to cry or laugh or whatever experience or emotions that you go through, you have somebody there that
Right.
can take on that weight because it is a weight. I
Mm-hmm.
know when I had gone and got diagnosed, I didn't do that. I went by myself. I went on a lunch break and thought I was okay because I was one that always worked out. I didn't need a whole lot of junk.
hmm
Um, I didn't have a family history of breast cancer. Something, so many lists of things that they mentioned that breast cancer is stemming from, but you really never get to the root of it.
That's
But I
right.
tell you what, you can be cured for sure if you catch it early. Now, I'm blessed. God, I always put God first because only He had brought me through this because I was in the fourth stage. And you know what happened in the fourth stage? You're supposed to be
Yeah.
gone. So God
hmm
Yeah.
chooses who to keep and who to go. So I give him all the honor and all the glory. And I thank Bishop Jenkins, E.L. Jenkins, for a true servant. He solved something in Audrey and myself to carry on his mission so no one would be alone. No one. So it makes a difference when you are seen in the community because somebody will walk up to myself, I'm quite sure Audrey, and pull us to the side and say, you know what, I think I feel something. Or can I call you or can I talk to you? So that's why it's so important to have an organization like Healing Stream in the community so people can actually reach out and touch us,
Right, right,
and we're a witness to others
Yeah.
that they can get through it and put their trust in God. I can't leave that out. You got to put your trust in God. And there is life. There is
Yes.
life after that mammogram, um,
right.
radiation, chemo. I did it all. Lost my hair. Now I'm no hair, looking fly on a whole lot of folks. So,
That's right. That's
so
right.
even that you can walk around bald and put your earrings on, your lipstick, and have your confidence in God. But I tell you, for those caretakers, we can get caregivers, we cannot leave them out. They actually see
Right.
the person going through the transition. We may help them, but it's so encouraging to let them know that we are
Mhm.
here for them if they need something. So that's why it's so important to be in the community also.
I tell
You
you
know,
that this
right,
is important because every month is a good month to get a mammogram.
Yes.
And not stress that enough. So I thank God for healing streams because when I was diagnosed, I panicked for a minute.
Mhm.
And then I thought, you know what? I'm powerless over this. The best thing I can do is find out what I need to do. And
right.
that's a lot of where the doctors acted very quickly. But I'm wearing your shirt tonight from Healing Streams. Let me see if I can show you this.
All right.
Oh, I
Yay!
started to put that shirt on. I said, well, maybe I'll wear pink.
Listen,
I got
listen.
this
But
one
thank
on.
you.
Audrey said it. Anita said it. Fight for yourself. Don't let a doctor tell you you don't need a mammogram. If something, insist. And if he refuses or she refuses, find another doctor.
That's right.
Don't let anybody turn you away from your life,
That's right.
because that's what this is all about. Your life. I never expected to have breast cancer. I didn't plan for
Mhm.
it. I didn't do anything to create it. It happened.
Mhm.
And the more research I do, and I continue to do it, that's my mind.
Mhm.
What I know for sure is a lot of what we eat and the environment. See, sometimes
Yep.
it's not the people that's sick, it's the environment that's sick.
Mhm. Mhm. I
So
believe in it.
remember that with your food and your environment, stress reduction, self care.
Mhm.
Self care is not selfish, it's sanity.
That's right.
And Healing Streams provides a service that I, I would have never reached out and said, "Hey, can you?" No, that's not the way I
Mhm.
operate.
No, not
So,
at all.
okay, family business.
Well, I don't know
So,
that.
Not at all. Well, go ahead.
so Healing Streams reaching in, although it was through a sister, a family member, made the difference. It just made me comfortable. I
Mhm.
was
Mhm.
comfortable in knowing that I could. I had a support system.
Mhm.
Right.
And I tell you, man, when you go in the doctor's office, you think that you see, my mind is trained to listen, right? So you go in the doctor's office and you think, I got this. I was going to go by myself. And she was like, I'll go with you.
Mhm.
So my
Mhm.
brother, my kids, who were a huge support system, I'm telling you, they were, was like, well, you're not going alone. You're not going alone. And anybody who knows me will tell you, I'm going to try to work everything out first by
Mhm.
myself. I'm grateful that Healing Streams didn't let me do that because
Mhm.
when she was
Yeah.
talking, I missed a lot of it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's why that
Yep.
second person with you
That's
is
right.
so important. Healing Streams, although it was in the form of a family member, is still Healing Streams.
Mhm.
And that's the role which she sat in to assist me in my diagnosis through my radiation. And again, I am a 2 month survivor. August
Amen.
September, October.
Congratulations.
I'm 2 months clean and free from
Yes.
cancer. So, ladies, it's been a wonderful podcast. We've talked about healing streams. I want you guys to stay tuned because they'll be back. We're going to be doing a year-long appeal to raise money for healing streams to ensure that everybody in the community, because they
Thank
think
you.
globally in research, but they
Mhm.
work locally in contact to ensure that those scholarships that Audrey spoke of is for not only a survivor, but their children who may be in need and the survivor is not able to provide at that time.
Right.
That's important
Mhm.
because support matters. So,
Yeah.
ladies, as we wrap up, what is one thing, Anita, you want the community to remember about tonight? We know mammograms are important. We
Mhm.
know you track the research. You're working with shout out to Bishop Earl Jenkins.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because when I
Yes.
tell you this man is a visionary, he not only saw this opportunity to grow the community and support them, but also with Stacy heading in his program.
Yes.
With
See. Mhm.
yeah, and
The
I'm
Mhm.
LC program.
grateful that Bishop let me be a part of that. So, Anita, tell us what you want the audience to remember about tonight.
Well, tonight I want them to know first, put God first. I have to say that. Put God first. Don't count yourself out, and you're not alone. Healing Stream is here don't be embarrassed because none of us know what the root of it is, but know that we're reachable and we'll guide you and even navigate you through different hospitals like Capitol Health who supported us this year on the breast cancer walk. So, and we're right in your face in the community
Like that.
on Facebook. So you can find us on the Healing String BCA.org and on the web. So you can find us. We right there, but don't go alone. Don't do what I did and went alone. Don't go
You
at
don't
it.
have to be alone.
You don't have to be alone. You got God and you got the healing stream and you got people who really, really care for your health. Reach out to somebody.
That's right. I came out tonight with my diagnosis and my journey here.
Yeah, she came out. Thank
Yeah,
you.
because one of the things I wanted to do was until I figured out where I was and what was happening and whether I could strategically map this out, I didn't want to share my story. But in this, what I know for sure is people are going to live because Audrey, Anita, and the healing stream exist.
Yes.
Mhm.
They're going to live because of that. So,
Mhm.
Audrey, what would you like folks to remember about tonight?
All right, so the healing stream, yes, Bishop E. Earl Jenkins, I will never stop thanking him enough. He came to, Anita and I were at the same church. Anita had breast cancer. He had walked her through that. And then here's another member with it. He kind of walked me through that. And after walking us through it, he said, people would not have even known that we were going through that battle. And we needed to let other people know how we did that. And so when he said it, we were like, okay, and we really started out as a support group. And I really wanted to do that support group because when I was going through, there were support groups that were offered. Okay. And I must say, I really met some really wonderful women that tried to help me through. But I did not see many Black or brown women.
Mhm.
And in listening to other women's stories, it was just a lot that I wasn't relatable to me. So when he had said that as well, it's like, yeah, we need a support group where we can come and understand, the
Yeah.
battles that we fight every day, the battles that cause us stress every day. And this healing stream, that's who we are. We are here. We want you to know we're here. If you don't have a family member, a child, anybody to support you, if you're sitting there in your lonely moment and you have no one, because yes, there are people with no support system. Call us. We become your support system. There are 12 wonderful women, passionate, that is doing this job. And of the 12 of us, there's probably about 5 of us who has had breast cancer. So remember us. One thing that Anita said, God, you definitely want to
Yes.
get to know
Yes.
God. Okay.
Mhm.
God will definitely bring you through. I read somewhere where they're even saying that people that go through this with spirituality, they have better outcomes. I mean, I didn't say it, I read it. And
I read it too.
and you just need God at this time because God gives you hope, God gives you faith, God gives you peace. God will fight your battle when you can't fight it.
That's right.
And I don't want to I just want to tell one little story about what a doctor said to me. And I don't want any of you ever to listen to a doctor that says this. I went and had a mammogram. They found a tumor. Well, he didn't find the tumor. The other, what do you call it? The one that took she found the tumor. And he read it and he said he couldn't see it. But finally she just brought him in the room and showed him on the screen. And he said, oh, I see it. He
Yeah.
said a mammogram wouldn't have even picked that up, right? So then he asked me, Do you want to have a biopsy or do you just want to wait and watch it for a while? Never wait and watch anything. That doctor should never have said that to me, because I might have said, well, if the doctor says wait, I'll just wait because I really don't want to know I have cancer. No, you want to have a biopsy, okay? You always want to go ahead and have a biopsy so they know that whether this is or not. And when you have that biopsy, I have to tell you, and I think all these three ladies know, that waiting time right there to learn about that biopsy,
It's
it
enough.
can be tormenting.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because it takes like 2 or 3 weeks before you get the news.
Mhm.
And it's during that time, I'm telling you, during that time, pull on God, pull on people that know God, because the enemy gonna be all in your mind telling you all
Mhm.
these terrible things. And God will attack him and say, no, you just relax. You're good, and you'll get through the biopsy, and you know, that diagnosis, you'll get through it. But yes, we're here. I think Anita gave the website, healingstreambca.org. You go on there, you get all of our information, or you can call 1-800-580-4738, extension 117. If you don't get an answer, leave a message, your name, your number. We will contact you as soon as we get that message, and we will walk you through. We are the healing stream.
That's right. They are the healing streams. And I'm going to post all of that information in the
Oh,
chat under the Black Girls Locker Room.
oh, good.
And
Mm-hmm.
the Black Girls Locker Room is the Black Girls Locker Room. But we're also on YouTube. We're on At What Trenton Really Makes. We're on we're on three channels on Facebook, and we're on YouTube. And so listen, so get this. This is the word on the curb. Every month is a good month to have a mammogram. Don't wait. And when people try to turn you back or turn you off, I want you to put on those gloves
Mm-hmm.
and I
That's
want you to
right.
fight. I want you
Fight.
to fight for you and I want you to fight for your life. I want
That's
to
right.
thank Healing Streams for helping me through my healing journey. And there are family members who will testify that when I found out, initially I was like frazzled. And then I was like, this ain't my battle. God got it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever He decides, I'm going to rock with it. And that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And Healing Streams was very supportive in helping me get through the process of talking to the doctor. Because at some point, I was looking at the doctor like, I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do it. And let me tell you something. Looking at a survivor who had been through it and was just saying, we'll just, see where this goes from here. Made all
Right.
the difference in the world for me because cancer is not our friend.
No, it is not.
It's not our friend. Ignoring it won't make it go away. It's like a bad relationship that we hold on to thinking it'll change. If we don't
Mm-hmm.
do anything, it's not going to change. That's what cancer is. A bad
Yeah.
relationship that won't change unless you do something about it. Hey, I'm Annette. This is Audrey Walker. This is Anita Broach. They are from the Healing Stream, and they have plenty more to tell you. What I'd like to do is bring them back again with other survivors, just simply to talk about their story. I gave
Okay.
you a little bit of mine,
Mm-hmm.
just the story of diagnosis to survival, because I want you to know that survival is possible if you act.
That's right. If you act.
If you act.
If you act. Anita Broach,
Yes.
Audrey Walker, thank you. Thank Healing Streams. People will watch this now. They'll pop in and out and they'll watch it later. I'll
Great.
show you the views that pop in after 10 days. You're going to be surprised. People
Okay. Well,
they
that's
will
wonderful,
hear
Annette.
and they will see. And I'm also going to boost the Black Girls Locker Room podcast out to New Jersey. So we're going to go
Amen.
beyond Mercer County. I'm
Great.
going to boost and pay for the marketing out to New Jersey. But I want you guys to listen up and remember, we're going to be bringing you an appeal letter, an appeal flyer, and an opportunity for you to donate and help the healing stream,
Yes.
along with Bishop Jenkins, who had a vision and a hope and the heritage of us who have gone through this to push this organization forward. You can participate. All you have to do is donate. I want to thank you for being here with us tonight. Thank you, Anita Broach.
Thank you
Thank you, Audrey Walker.
for inviting me.
Thank you, Annette Latig, and thank
Thank
you that you are
you.
getting this out to so many people. That's the
That's big.
main thing. You want as many people as possible to understand this disease and what our defenses are against it. Because they said every 30 seconds somebody in this country is getting diagnosed with cancer.
30
Every
seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
The
So
atmosphere.
hit us up if you'd like to share your story with Healing Streams and talk about how Healing Streams might be able to bring their community near you because it's local. They're
Hmm.
willing to help you do that. Again, my name is Annette Latiga. I'm your host here at the Black Girls Locker Room, Word on the Curb, and at What Trenton Really Makes. See us on YouTube and look out because Anita and Audrey will be back with others to tell you about their experiences and how they found hope and
Yes.
moved from the diagnosis to the survival in breast cancer. Good night, all. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Annette.
having us. Thank
And
you.
Okay.
hang on, Anita and Audrey. Don't hang up.
Okay.
Okay.